And his brethren, referring to Joseph's brothers, went to feed their father's flock in Shechem. And Israel, referring to Jacob, said unto Joseph his son, Do not thy brethren feed the flock in Shechem? Come, and I will send thee unto them. And he said to him, Here I am. So Jacob is telling Joseph to go to his brothers where they are feeding the flock. And he said to him, so Jacob is telling Joseph, Go, I pray thee, see whether it will be well with thy brethren, and well with the flocks, and bring me word again. So he sent him out of the valley of Hebron, and he came to Shechem. And a certain man found him. So Joseph encounters a certain man, and behold, he was wandering in the field. And the man asked him, saying, What seekest thou? What are you looking for? And he said, I seek my brethren. I'm looking for my brothers. Tell me, I pray thee, where they feed their flocks. And the man said, They are departed hence from here, for I heard them say, Let us go to Dothan. And Joseph went after his brethren and found them in Dothan. And when they saw him afar off, even before he came near unto them, they conspired against him to slay him. And they said one to another, Behold, this dreamer cometh. Come now, therefore, and let us slay him, and cast him into some pit. And we will say, Some evil beast hath devoured him, and we shall see what will become of his dreams. And Reuben heard it, one of Joseph's brothers, and he delivered him out of their hands, and said, Let us not kill him. And Reuben said unto them, Shed no blood, but cast him into this pit that is in the wilderness, and lay no hand upon him, that he might rid him out of their hands to deliver him to his father again. So Reuben's plan was not to slay Joseph, but to throw him in the pit so he can get him out of there and rescue him and send him to his father. And it came to pass, when Joseph was come unto his brethren, that they stripped Joseph out of his coat of many colors that was on him. And they took him and cast him into a pit, and the pit was empty, there was no water in it. And they sat down to eat bread, and they lifted up their eyes and looked, and behold, a company of Ishmaelites came from Gilead with their camels, bearing spicery and balm and myrrh, going to carry down to Egypt. So when the brothers were sitting down to eat bread, they looked, and they seen a company of Ishmaelites, and they were coming from Gilead, and they were carrying like a collection of spices, ointment, and incense, going to carry down to Egypt. And Judah said unto his brethren, What profit is it if we slay our brother and conceal his blood? Meaning hiding his blood. Come and let us sell him to the Ishmaelites, and let not our hand be upon him, for he is our brother and our flesh. And his brethren were content. So basically the brothers agreed. Then there passed by Midianites, merchantmen, and they drew and lifted up Joseph out of the pit, and sold Joseph to the Ishmaelites for 20 pieces of silver, and they brought Joseph into Egypt. And Reuben returned unto the pit, and behold, Joseph was not in the pit, and he rent his clothes. So Reuben returned to the pit, or the hole that Joseph was thrown at, and he didn't see him there, because obviously Joseph was sold for 20 pieces of silver, and he rent his clothes. He tore his clothes. So Reuben was filled with remorse and guilt, and that's why he tore his own clothes when he did not see Joseph there. And he returned unto his brethren and said, so Reuben tells his brothers, The child is not, and I, whither shall I go? So the child, Joseph, is not here, and where do I go? Reuben is filled with guilt and sadness. And they took Joseph's coat and killed a kid of the goats. So they killed a young goat under 1 year old and dipped the coat in the blood. And they sent the coat of many colors, and they brought it to their father, and said, This have we found. Know now whether it be thy son's coat or no. And he knew it. So Jacob knew it, and said, It is my son's coat. An evil beast hath devoured him. Joseph is without doubt rent in pieces. He's torn in pieces. And Jacob rent his clothes. So Jacob also tore his own clothes and put sackcloth upon his loins. He put like very hard pieces of cloth in his waist, It's a sign of mourning and sadness, and mourned for his son for many days. All his sons and all his daughters rose up to comfort him, but he refused to be comforted. And he said, "For I will go down into the grave unto my son mourning." Thus this father wept for him. And the Midianites sold him into Egypt, unto Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh's and captain of the guard.